You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Thursday, January 1st, 2025. We've got a busy day ahead, and the action starts out around 12 a.m. when the sun in Capricorn forms a sextile with the North Node in Pisces. Now, this energy is taking place around 10 degrees. So if you have any planets or placements around 10 degrees of the earth signs or the water signs, you'll feel the benefits of this the most intensely. The sun is our will, our identity, part of our purpose, and the North Node is our destiny, where our soul is headed, what we're calling in and working towards. So this can be a moment where you are showing up more authentically and it's bringing you in alignment with your life path. Perhaps there is a faded moment of recognition as well. This is just a day where you might feel more seen and appreciated by others. Now, around 5:30 a.m., Mercury in Sagittarius forms a square with Neptune in Pisces, stirring up confusion. Anytime a planet crashes into Neptune, there's going to be misunderstandings and confusion, but then add in the fact that it's Mercury, add in the fact that it's Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius, which is said to be in detriment, and then let's not forget, this is taking place at 29 degrees, the anaretic degree. So in the early hours of the morning, you could learn news that feels confusing. You could have a conversation that brings up insecurities or projections. This is not the best time to make important decisions. I would just hold off for a couple hours if you can, because Mercury is going to change signs later in the day. So when Mercury crashes into Neptune, this can also be a time where you're super sleepy, it's harder to focus, or maybe you're having some really epic sleep, or you're working with your creativity and your imagination in some sort of productive way. Maybe you're making decisions or coming up with ideas and plans that are rooted in your spiritual self or compassion or on behalf of the collective. Later on, around 1 p.m., Mercury moves into Capricorn. This is going to make our communication style a little bit more no nonsense. We're more discerning with our words. You are really more aware of how precious your time and your energy are, and you don't want to waste it. So when Mercury moves through Capricorn, we are committed to the people and the projects that matter to us. And we're, in general, a little less wordier. We're a little bit more succinct as well. The next few weeks as well can be a good time to make progress on some of your longer term goals as well. Later on in the day, energy we will be feeling throughout the entire day. Venus in Capricorn is forming a sextile with the North Node in Pisces. This is also taking place at 10 degrees. And same thing. Water signs, earth signs, you're the main characters. Now, Venus is the planet of relationships, personal values, creativity, and finances. So perhaps there is some sort of fated development in one of those areas of your life that is bringing you more meaning or alignment with your overall life path and direction. Later on, around 10:30 p.m., the moon in Gemini forms a square with Saturn in Pisces. This isn't the cutest of energy. It can bring feelings of disappointment. It can have you dealing with a reality check and really coming to terms with your own limits and necessary boundaries. Maybe you're just feeling exhausted. You might have to navigate a boundary, or it's also possible some sort of commitment or responsibility pops up that you need to tend to. Aries, you are focused on your career and your long-term goals once Mercury enters Capricorn. You may learn some exciting or interesting news regarding your current job or professional trajectory. If you're working towards a major life milestone, it's also possible that some intriguing conversations begin to unfold. This is also a powerful time for you to use your voice, to speak out, to share your thoughts, ideas, and feelings with your fans and the world at large. Taurus, you are ready to zoom out and think about the big picture once Mercury enters Capricorn. Conversations and discussions may pick up, or some important conversations may begin. This is also a lovely time for increased travel and picking a new area or subject to study. If you're into writing and communicating, this is a great time to try to get some work published or even appear as a guest on a podcast. And you're also thinking more about your personal perspective and view on the world. Gemini, you are ready to reflect on some of the things you keep to yourself and buried within your psyche once Mercury enters Capricorn. You're thinking more about your close relationships and concepts related to reciprocity, as well as expectations and obligations. This is also an important time to have conversations regarding shared finances with important partners, whether that's romantic or business related. And you may learn some information regarding contracts or even debt. Cancer, when Mercury enters Capricorn, it's going to start moving through your house of one-on-one relationships. This will put more emphasis on the close dynamics in your life, whether that is romantic, platonic, with a business collaborator, or even family members. You're craving more one-on-one time and relationships that have substance. This can also be a busier time for contract work, side jobs, freelance hustles. Maybe someone in your life requires more of your mental energy and support. If you are dating or in a romantic relationship, you may also be ready to discuss the future and get on the same page with a partner. Leo, once Mercury enters Capricorn, your focus is on your day-to-day routine and personal commitments and obligations. You might be initiating a big project around this time. This is also an important time for you to reconsider your work-life balance and to set boundaries around your free time. If there is a particular habit you want to kick or a new habit you want to integrate into your daily routine, now is the time to do so. Virgo, once Mercury enters Capricorn, you are focused on your creativity. It's possible that some news about a potential creative project arrives, or maybe you find yourself filled with inspiration. This can also be a busier time in your romantic life, a great time for singles to date and put themselves out there, and also to learn or reacquaint yourself with an old hobby or activity that you used to enjoy when you were a child or a teen. Luck is on your side over the coming weeks, and this is a really wonderful time to self-express and share your thoughts, ideas, and feelings with the world, and to create things just for the sake of having fun. Libra, once Mercury enters Capricorn, your focus shifts to your family, your home environment, as well as the past. You might be spending more time with your chosen family or having more conversations with your family members. It's also possible you're learning some important news or information regarding your loved ones. This can also be a busier time in your living space or your home. Maybe you are purging or rearranging. If you're thinking about moving or relocating, getting new roommates, the next few weeks can have your attention focused on these topics. Because this is a more nostalgic time for you, you may find yourself going down memory lane or even revisiting old places that give you a sense of security, feel like home, and that you really enjoy. Scorpio, once Mercury enters Capricorn, interesting news finds you. It's also possible that ongoing conversations and discussions about the future or certain commitments or signing contracts can take place. This is a busier time for your mental energy and for your schedule. So that could look like anything from signing up for a new class or just having a jam-packed social schedule and spending more time with friends. But the next few weeks are a great opportunity for you to brainstorm and come up with new ideas. Sagittarius, once Mercury enters Capricorn, you are focused on your finances and your sense of security. You may learn some news regarding new work opportunities, possibly a promotion or a raise. And the next few weeks may also bring an important moment for you to think about which skills and talents you want to invest in yourself. This is also a great time to get back on track with your budget, set new financial goals, and even dream up new possible streams of revenue. Capricorn, you are the main character when Mercury enters your sign, and this is your cosmic reminder that it is not selfish to focus on yourself, your needs, your desires, your personal ambitions. The next few weeks usher in a period of new beginnings and growth. This is a great time to set new goals, initiate new projects, and even to experiment and play around with your sense of style and the way that you identify and show up in the world. Important personal news may show up, or maybe you hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. Aquarius, once Mercury enters Capricorn, you are focused on your need for rest and recharging. It's very possible that your schedule feels busier than ever, and others may be expecting a lot of you. So this is a really important time for you to protect your time and energy and to set boundaries. The next few weeks are also really supportive for kicking any old habits and reworking your day-to-day routine and schedule. Since Mercury is the planet of communication and the mind, it gains a little extra intuitive insight and psychic powers when it moves through this part of your chart. So pay extra attention to the signs and synchronicities that show up in your dreams as well as your waking life. Pisces, once Mercury enters Capricorn, this is a wonderful time to dream up and brainstorm, collaborate on some of your hopes and dreams for the future. The next few weeks bring an influx of networking, connecting with friends, community members, and going after what you want. It's also possible you learn about some form of support regarding a personal goal or dream. You may also find yourself advocating for a particular cause and spending some of your time volunteering or giving back to the collective. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead, a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month. And I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.